It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Cowboys and the Giants on Sunday night.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great... What a matchup for our first Sunday nighter of the year. The Cowboys and Giants underway in Week 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
NFC's leading rusher season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down. Here's Barkley again. And Saquon going to have the Giants first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former number 2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants' offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Throwing Jones. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Nifty move. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
On for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions in only 12 games played. But we can't overlook the good. 23 touchdowns and an 8-4 record as a starter as he led the Cowboys to consecutive postseasons for the first time since 2007.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Boy, I tell you, the schedule makers got it right here in Week 1. A lot of great games today. And another Buffalo and the Jets right here in this very stadium tomorrow night. Won't that be fun? But of these two teams, Charles, Giants and Cowboys, which one do you think is the bigger threat to Philadelphia in the NFC East?
As we start here right now, it's got to be Dallas. How explosive are they offensively? Extremely. And on the defensive side of the ball, they take it away from teams. But don't count out the Giants. Their defense, they get after you with a lot of pressure. And if their quarterback continues to grow, look out.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And again, it's Prescott. That's caught at the 2. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
And taken right at the 35.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On the return, Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something's off with that one.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 28. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the Cowboys 23-yard line.
Off play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Going right side, he finds Slayton. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing, Prescott.
That's dumped off to Poe.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Prescott now.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Drops this underneath for Pollard.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Prescott on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front, and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Gallup with the catch there and coming off of a tough 2022. He was still recovering from a torn ACL and ended up with the fewest yards in the season of his career. The Cowboys know he's capable of much more, as he showed there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On 2nd down, Prescott again.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll throw again. Prescott
going right back to Ferguson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. This duo locked in, 14 yards there. And a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
They toss it down to Pollard.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Pollard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Jones. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It's Barkley on the counter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That stop for a loss made by Damone Clark from his linebacker spot.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Throwing, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll buy some time right. And that's complete to Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 26 yards. And the Giants have retaken a third quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action now. Prescott. Caught on the right side by Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And Saquon going to have a Giants 1st down. at the 42.
Now Jones.
And that one complete to Hodgins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 10. 1:55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Here's Prescott.
And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the 2nd half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially their offense. It takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.